What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video we're going to be taking a closer look at the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning this weekend's fight at light heavyweight in London, England. It's a rubber match between Anthony Yarde and Lyndon Arthur. Guys, before we continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, could you please do that now? My YouTube analytics are telling me that 80% of you guys who watch my content, who enjoy my content, who learn from my content, haven't hit subscribe yet, so that'll really help me out. Also, like this video, and right now go to the bottom of your screen where you see the bell notification button. Hit that too, so you can be notified every time I put something out that's new. Thank you. All right, guys, we've been documenting, analyzing, predicting all week long this Conor, Ben, Chris Eubank Jr. fight card. We have landed on a light heavyweight trilogy on the undercard. This card is stacked, and a lot of people are really excited about this matchup. So in today's video, we're going to be going over who each fighter is. We're going to talk about their resumes. We're going to cover the first, second fights and talk a little bit about what's at stake going into this weekend's trilogy. Also, stay tuned at the end of this video because I'm going to be giving you my prediction on telling you where to put your money so you can make the most of yours. Let's get into this. All right, guys, when Anthony Yarde versus Lyndon Arthur's trilogy got announced, I was super excited. I can't speak for everybody in America. I can't speak for everybody here in Australia, but I can speak for myself, and I can't wait to see this fight. With Anthony Yarde, you have a guy who has an over 90% career knockout to win ratio. 24 of 26 of his wins have all come by knockout. The only guys he haven't knocked out is his second career fight ever and his last fight against Liam Cameron. So you know that Yarde is also going to want to put a statement on this trilogy with Lyndon Arthur. The first fight didn't go his way. He lost via split decision. The second fight, he won via knockout. This guy is at his best when he's aggressive, when he's setting the pace, when he's setting the tempo. His only losses, he has 3 of them, came to Sergey Kovalev, the first fight against Lyndon Arthur. He also lost to Artur Beterbiev. So his resume is world class. He feels with an exciting victory, he puts his name right back up there. Maybe for a potential either title eliminator or gets the winner of the trilogy between Bivol and Beterbiev. And this is what Lyndon Arthur is fighting for as well. This is a guy who only has a few career losses. He lost once to Anthony Yarde, and his other loss comes to Dimitri Bivol. So he also feels with an exciting victory, he could propel and put his name back into a world title picture. With Lyndon Arthur, he's going to be at his best when he's setting his jab up, when he's active. He sometimes gets lulled into these fights and he doesn't throw enough punches, and that's exactly what happened in the second fight against Anthony Yarde. He let Yarde push the pace. He let Yarde use his aggression against him, and Arthur fought the whole fight against the ropes. Arthur's going to be the physically taller guy, and I feel that Arthur's definitely going to have to turn the tempo up from what we saw in the second fight against Yarde if he wants to be successful. Now let's take a closer look at what's at stake this weekend at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Guys, Lyndon Arthur is determined to come out on top when he and Anthony Yarde settle their long-running rivalry. If you guys remember, in December 2021, Arthur 24-2 with 16 knockouts and Yarde 26-3 with 24 knockouts first met behind closed doors during the COVID-19 pandemic. A sizable underdog, Arthur beat Yarde literally with one hand. After hurting his hand during pre-fight warm-up, he controlled the fight solely with his jab and boxed his way to a split decision win. And this is what I was talking about earlier. I feel this is the game plan that he's going to have to get back to. Be active, use your jab, use that to disrupt Anthony Yarde's pressure and pace, and hopefully it'll be enough to keep the very aggressive Yarde off of him. After some toying and froing, a rematch was finally agreed. Arthur seemed distracted and overconfident, whilst Yarde went about his preparation like a man possessed. Almost a year to the day after beaten by the man from Manchester, Yarde evened the score with a comprehensive 4th-round stoppage. The fighters went their separate ways and have each gone on to lose at the very highest level. In January 2023, Yarde suffered an 8-round defeat to Artur Beterbiev in a bid for the Canadian-based Russians' then unified light heavyweight titles, whilst in December 2023, Arthur was outboxed over 12 rounds by then WBA champion Dimitri Bivol. Britain's light heavyweight division is packed with names, and whilst the trilogy between Yarde and Arthur wasn't a matchup that immediately jumped out, it is a fight that will have stark consequences for both the winner and the loser. The winner will keep themselves right in the mix for another major fight. The loser will find themselves in the back of a very long queue. Recent interview, Arthur made it clear that he is aware of the stakes and insists that he has learned from the mistakes he made ahead of the rematch. Yeah, I want to win. I really want to win, he said. I had no fear. I just thought it is what it is. I didn't believe he could beat me at any stage just from how easy the first fight was for me. No disrespect. I just thought I'd had to turn up and I'd beat him. Didn't really go to plan, did it? I learned a valuable lesson, a very valuable lesson. Don't get hurt with body shots. I try to rope a dope without the rope. Just a dope. Let's not take anything away from him. He's a good fighter. I didn't believe that. He got my respect now, and again like he did in the first fight. Arthur is a gifted fighter. He is also a naturally laid-back character who needs a particular type of challenge to draw the best out of him. He hasn't boxed since last June when he won a hard-earned split decision over Liam Cameron and has been waiting for the right challenge. The chance to get back in the ring with Yarde ticks all the boxes. Guys, going into this fight, both men are 33, both men are in their physical prime. Everything's at stake for both of these guys. It's 1-1, and like I said earlier, whoever wins this fight gets a much-needed shove in their career trajectory. So what I want to do right now is take a closer look at the challenger coming into this fight, Lyndon Arthur. Guys, Lyndon Arthur's 24-2 with 16 knockouts. He carries into the ring a 67% career knockout to win ratio, and out of 1,787 light heavyweights in the world, he's ranked number 25. His adoring fans know him as King Arthur, and the Brit is a 33-year-old 6'2" orthodox fighter. We last saw him fight Liam Cameron, 23-5, split decision in the 10th. Dimitri Bivol, 21-0, he lost to UD in the 12th. Suarez, 18-1, knockout in the 10th. Crichton, 10-1, UD in the 10th. McIntyre, 20-4, knockout in the 2nd. Lyndon Arthur is going to have to come into this fight motivated. We're definitely going to have to see a different version of him than we saw in the last fight. He's going to have to be more aggressive. He's going to have to get on that jab, and he's going to want to get the respect early from a very aggressive Anthony Yarde. We know with Yarde, he's not going to do anything different. It's literally a sport, like we always say, dun dun dun, what have you done for me lately? And Yarde's going to come in there knowing that what he just did to Arthur in their last fight, he's going to try to do the exact same thing. This could be a negative or a positive for King Arthur. Arthur knows this. So you plan against that aggression, you pop that jab, you circle left, use your movement a little bit more, and don't get caught on the ropes. Right now, I want to take a closer look at Anthony Yarde. Guys, Anthony Yarde is 26-3 with 24 knockouts. He carries into the ring a 92% career knockout to win ratio, and out of 1,787 light heavyweights in the world, he's ranked number 9. His adoring fans call him the Beast from the East, and the 33-year-old Brit is a 6-foot-tall orthodox fighter. We last saw him against Ralph Vilcon, 17-1. He won a points decision in the 10th. Nikolic, 32-3, knocked him out in the 3rd. Silva, 23-15, knocked him out in the 2nd. Artur Beterbiev, 18-0, he got stopped in the 8th. Koikov, 14-1, knockout in the 3rd. So like I already talked about, like you guys know, if you've never seen Anthony Yarde fight, he's at his best when he's on the gas, when he's pressuring, when he's confident in his hands, and when he's active. He has power for days. He has power to knock anybody out. 92% career knockout to win ratio. He should be confident in his resume. He should be confident in the last fight with Lyndon Arthur. This is why going into this fight, he's close to a 6-1 favorite. When I look at both guys side by side, if you just looked at posters of them, you would think Anthony Yarde was the bigger guy, but he's not. They're both going to come in at their contractual light heavyweight weight, but Lyndon Arthur is going to be the taller guy. He's going to have the longer reach. This is why Yarde must use that close, compact guard of his, move left to right, get his head off the midline, and jab to get in and throw that nice backhand of his, work his body shots as well. What I really want to do right now is take a look at the Las Vegas odds and see where the bettors are putting their money. Guys, remember, I'm down here in Australia. My sportsbook is an app called Sportsbet, so let's get those odds out right now. All right, guys, currently on the money line, Anthony Yarde is a 114 favorite. Arthur's a 625 underdog. The draw's 21-1, meaning if you take Anthony Yarde just to win, $100 gets you your money back plus $14. If you take Lyndon Arthur just to win, $100 gets you your money back plus $525. I know a lot of guys I've spoken to this week are thinking about just taking Anthony Yarde on a parlay, just money line. If you want a little bit more juice, let's take a look at some of the method of victory bets. Anthony Yarde to win a points decision is a 440, meaning that if you take that bet on your parlay and you remove the knockout from the equation and Yarde knocks him out, you lose your bet. Anthony Yarde to win by knockout is $1.48. The money line odds jump from $1.14 to $1.48. Yarde is a knockout artist, 92%. If you want to roll the dice, we saw what happened last week on our bets. We chose some method option bets. The fighters we wanted to win won, but they went to a decision, specifically what happened in the Dalton Smith fight, and we all lost the parlays. So that's something to think about. With Lyndon Arthur going into this fight, the money line bet for a lot of Arthur fans is enough. Very tempting to just take that by itself at 625. But if you take Arthur to win a points decision, 875, and if you take Arthur to get his revenge and knock out Yarde, 15-1. So it's going to be really interesting. For my bet, for my prediction right now, this will not be a method of victory bet. From now on, guys, on the channel, I'm just going to do my money line bets, and it'll save room for me at the end of the week to put in my community section right before the fights. I'll show you my method of victory bets as well. So right now, I'm taking Anthony Yarde to continue his trajectory, to continue his momentum against Lyndon Arthur. I think with that style, what we saw in their last fight, I think that's going to be enough to beat Lyndon Arthur. I don't know if Arthur's going to be able to make the adjustments to keep Yarde off of him, to get Yarde's respect. I don't know if he has the power to do that. In the comment section below, guys, know this isn't an echo chamber, so you don't have to agree with me. Let me know, are you taking Anthony Yarde or are you taking King Arthur? Also, if you haven't seen my breakdown and prediction of Liam Smith versus Aaron McKenna, stay tuned to the channel because that's coming up right now.